your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Chrissie is hilarious.
Chrissie, have you ever heard of the comedian Basha K. Ali?
No, that sounds like something you yell at before you blow up a plane.
30 seconds remaining.
But you know what, good thing to say, I dabbled in stand-up for something. I haven't been disrespectful to you at all.
I was very confused by the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, because that's also what we call it when Ash takes off his shirt. I shouldn't be up here. I should be in school on the other side of the ocean. Hello, what's up? What's up? Welcome to another episode of the Chrissie Mayr podcast. We are on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, Rumble, Rockfin, all the places where fine podcasts are sold. Got a bunch of stand-up shows coming up this year. 2023, just hitting the ground running. Got DabbleCon coming up next month, February 3rd and 4th. I'll be in Rochester. Friday and Saturday at Comedy at the Carlson. It's kind of a big festival. If you're a fan of the Stuttering John Dabbleverse, I'll be there. Anthony Cumia, Carl Hamburger, Bob Levy, Shuli Egar, bunch of people, comedians will be there. Check it out. Then I'll be headlining in San Diego the last weekend of February, Friday the 24th and Saturday the 25th at the Mic Drop Comedy Club. Lila Hart will be featuring for me at these shows. Then I'm definitely I confirmed I will be at Anime Matsuri in August. That's very exciting. And we just booked this gig, which is going to go perfectly with anybody who's going to be at this festival, at this convention. I will be headlining in Houston Friday, August 11th at the Secret Group in Houston. Tickets just went on sale today. Get them if you know for sure you're going to be at the Anime Matsuri convention. Basically, this is going to be a big old after party, this comedy show, and we'll probably drink afterwards too, knowing us. That's what we do. Guys, I'm so excited to have this guy on the podcast. I haven't seen him in a couple of years. He is a rapper, but you might know him as the mayor of MAGAville, Forgiato Blow. What's up?
What's up? What's up?
Welcome to the show. Man, I haven't seen you in a couple years. I think I bumped into you in DC at a little rally, at a little event.
Yeah, I've seen you in DC. Yes.
Yeah, good times. Yeah, thank you for being here. I know I always am fascinated by people who are canceled. I feel like, I go through phases where I'm canceled in one way and then I kind of make a comeback. One club won't have me, but then I find ones that do. I want to get a sense. You've been super canceled and censored. YouTube deleted you at 50 million. Was this views or
50 million views, and my subscribers had just got my plaque. It was like 140,000 subscribers. So they're so corrupt. I mean, I'm not going to say nothing crazy because I know you're building your channel up. But the problem is, I've been in music for a long time. So before MAGA and I really jumped into Trump in 2016, I have songs with like Kodak Black, French Montana, Little Durk, Rick Ross, Vanilla Ice. So, I already had millions of plays and millions of, fans and people supporting me. So when they banned my YouTube for, stuff pretty much talking about the election, they banned 10 years of work, probably $1 million of me investing into videos, into what I was doing. And it's kind of crazy because your music's supposed to be your catalog and pay you forever. So I didn't think they were ever going to ban me. I was used to Instagram banning me. They gave me a lifetime ban. If anybody's on here knows me, I probably had 20 Instagram pages. And I'm just done with them now. I've been using this company now. It's called TPN, True Patriot Network. And it's a free app for Patriots in the phone store. And they'll never ban you. Also, I'm on Twitter, Forgiato Blow 47. And then, Facebook, they took me out. I think I posted a video with like some Proud Boys and they put me like on, a hate list forever.
Oh my
I'm
goodness.
definitely not in any type of hate list or racist or any type of gangs they say I am, but I fit the part of what they want to build. So HBO just put a documentary out. I'm one of the like 3 people, me, Enrique, and Alex Jones. It's called This Place Rules. It was about, pretty much they followed us to the Capitol and everything at the dead day. I did not go to all my haters. They call the FBI every day on me.
Same. Tagging the FBI even up until this day, like FBI, come get your girl, and I'm like, oh, they wish that I went inside. That would have made so many people
CNN has me all outside shooting music videos, and like a lot of people don't understand is like the way they did it to me is they rewrote their guidelines so you can't talk about the outcome of that year election. Well, how do you know I'm talking about that election, that year? You don't know. You're just putting words in my mouth that I'm saying stuff. So it's just kind of crazy. But then you have rappers like, YG and Nipsey Hussle have a Fuck Donald Trump song that's like plastered everywhere and they can promote it. That's not hate group. I remember when YG brought some white kid on stage and was like, pretty much wanted him to say his name and say fuck Donald Trump on his concert. He wouldn't do it, and they escorted him out of the concert. So
wow.
The Democrats, they're so double-sided, and we know what they do. But yeah, I just quit making excuses. I get banned, so what? I make new music. So my new YouTube channel is at like 31,000 in like 6 weeks. Already subscribers. Mayor MAGA Blow. Can't use the Forgiato Blow anymore because that's banned. They say they'll come find your account and delete you, but it is what it is. It's like awards these days. You know what I'm saying?
It is like a badge of honor. And I think who you are is really important in the position that you're in, because I think it's really great for people to see and hear. Like, you have had a lot of mainstream success. You have collaborated with a lot of mainstream household names, big talent. So it's not like you're some guy out of nowhere who they can easily dismiss as being fringe, as being all right, as being like, oh, like, let's not take him seriously. It's like you're pretty verified, you're verified talent. So
I mean, speaking of that, like all my Facebooks and Instagrams were verified 5 years ago. It's like, and I know you're using verified as like I'm real, but I'm just trying to say it's like, why verify me when I'm talking about multiple women, guns, and drugs? But when I talk about, voter ID and, being like a better person, it's like, oh no, we got to ban this guy. Be
a better person. No, that's hate speech.
Yeah, it's like, in 2016, I put out the first Trump like song called Silver Spoon. And I was real like, I've always been like a hustler, always like had that lifestyle of like getting money and standing out, having nice cars. Like, like kind of like everyone wants to know, like, who is this person my whole life? And always been like a hard worker, grinder. And I just felt it was so funny is like Trump, everybody loved Trump like they used to love me, but I've been like the most hated person in my city my whole life. I don't know why. It's like everyone just hates, has an issue, but it was like Trump, everybody said like, oh, I love Donald Trump. When he said he's going to be the president, nobody believed him. Nobody thought it was going to happen. What's crazy, I see you like look at my new channel, right? If you click my community tab, like if you scroll down to a couple of days ago and stuff, I get posts on here with 25,000 likes, 15,000 likes, but I drop new videos, music videos that do 5,000 views. So kind of makes no sense. Isn't that crazy? Chickens are cheaper than eggs right now under Biden.
What about chicken heads? What's the price on? Well, I was wondering, I'm like, I bet you could get a hand job for less than a dozen eggs at this point.
Listen, it's just the point, but I just felt like, when I came out in 2016, I always like felt Trump as like the hustler. I get money, motivated, up against the odds. And I like that. And then I really started kind of like paying attention more to the MAGA movement. And I had all these kids coming up to me, like loving my music, loving what I was doing. And here I am talking about like bitches and hoes and you know what I mean? So I really cleaned up my act a lot. I'm not 100% a pure Christian artist, but I want to do better for, the children and people paying attention to me. When I was younger, I was kind of like a wild boy, when I first started doing my music industry, and I went through all that and I just grew out of it.
How old were you when you got into the industry? Like, did you always want to be a rapper, or did you go through a few other?
I played basketball when I was younger. I'm 38, so I'm a little older. I played basketball when I was younger. I went to college. Came back, I was a barber because I could be tatted up and be a barber. You know, it's like something you could do, cut hair and have tattoos. So went to barbering, did all that. And then a lot of my homeboys my whole life, you know, everybody wanted to rap. And I was always like the guy that would be able to, the good talker, get everybody's stuff. And everywhere we went, everybody would be like, yo, this dude should be the rapper. Like, he has the look for, like, he looks like the rapper. You guys don't look like the rapper. And I always like to do music, but I was always about getting money. And music's like a crapshoot. It's very hard to make money in it. And then I put out like a couple songs, and then I got signed by NFL football player when I was like 26, maybe.
Wow.
I got doing music, and he signed me, and I got signed like to a record deal, which most people these days, like, they just want a record deal. Well, a record deal is just like going to the bank and getting a loan. You know, you
Oh,
don't
wow.
make any
Okay.
money. You know, you only make your money like when you're independent, what you're doing. So I got tired of that. And then I started, you know, I had all the success before I was supposed to have it. Like, I had millions of views, songs of big artists, went on 106 Park, videos on MTV Jams and BET, doing shows with Vanilla Ice from here to freaking Australia in front of, like, so like a Vanilla Ice is a good friend of mine. Ice Ice Baby's the #1 rap selling
You're friends
song.
with Vanilla Ice?
I sent you my video. Me and
I
Vanilla Ice.
watched it. I just didn't know you were friends. Yeah, it's an
It's one of my
awesome
great
video.
friends. But I have friends that aren't political. You know what I'm saying? I stay out of the political part. But so more what I'm saying is, when I really got into making this music, I realized how messed up the corrupt the system is. And I, you know, everyone's a patriot rapper until, like, you know, they actually got to do some patriot shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, go out there to Jan 6 or show up to some rallies. So I started doing my own truck rallies. Not sure if you've seen my trucks on my cars, but I got like a huge Trump truck that has Trump on it.
It's
And
amazing.
I drive it everywhere. Like, I don't care. I mean, I go through Popeyes in the hood. I don't care where I'm at. I pulled up in the Trump truck. You know what I'm saying? And I started throwing rallies for people to come out and like bring their trucks, because, you know, the boat rallies were real big, and because I have some type of clout, people were hitting me up. Yeah, shout out Benny Johnson. So when I got deleted from YouTube, he did this video. This is the most watched video on his whole YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? Which was
Wow, how
pretty
many
crazy.
views does this have? This has, my goodness. Wow, this is like almost, this is close to 1 million
months
views,
ago.
952K.
So y'all check
And
that out. But so
I drove the MAGA mobile through a lib city. What happened next is insane. So which city are you driving through here with
he
him?
was driving through Tampa. So I live in St. Pete, but Florida, people don't understand. Like, Florida's red, but there's liberal cities. You know what I'm saying? Most of, even in these, like, in Florida, like, sometimes, you know, the mayors, they're all, you know, Democrat.
Right.
So we did that. But so when I started pulling my truck out and letting people see it, you know, before that, there was the boat rallies. So
Right.
people were like, you know, I have some type of a name. So people, like, I would be on the boat, the Trump boat, just me, and then all like the Trumps and all like big time politicians. So a lot of people would be like, Blow, I can't afford a boat to go on the boat, but I like Trump. Because a lot of people get it mixed up. A lot of people think like only Trump supporters are like just rich, wealthy people. It's very
that is some people do have that perception. It's really fascinating.
These people you see out at January 6th and marching and out here at these events, not saying they're a white trash, but a lot of these people are low. They only have a couple $100. They spend their last amount of money on going to where they're going. They're not just like super rich like in Trump. Their thing is they, like, Trump gives everybody opportunity and a way to get money, and he's not feeding the same bull crap that they're brainwashing everybody else about. So I started saying, okay, hey, I'm gonna bring my truck out. I'm gonna wrap this truck. And then next thing you know, I told people, like, look, if you can't get on a boat, you could get on a bicycle and come to the rally. Hey, you could come out here, you could ride in the back of my truck. And next thing you know, I had like 10,000 to 15,000 people showing up to these rallies. And Trump and everybody kind of had to take wind of what I was doing. And then when you talk to people like that, it's like, yeah, you might not like rap, but your kids listen to rap. Their friends listen to rap. So here I am in a genre where they can't stand it. And then there's, you know, there's other rappers. But my biggest thing is like me and Bryson Tyson. I feel like we're kind of the main ones. Me and Bryson were the first one. There's some other MAGA rappers, but there's a lot of patriot rappers that people think that these people are patriot rappers. They're not doing no patriot events. They're not at January 6th. You know, I got Tom McDonald. They're like, I love Tom McDonald's music. You work with him. Like, Tom McDonald's never talked about Donald Trump. Tom McDonald's not at January 6th. He's not at the Back to Blue rallies. He's not out. So, like, I'm the mayor of MAGAville. You feel me? Like, I'm out touching the people. And not to knock what these people are doing. I'm just saying, like, we're totally different.
It really is. I feel like being at January 6th is truly a badge of honor. Like, I named my first comedy album Live from
But
January
even,
6th,
you
and
know, like
it's
Jan
one of the
6,
reasons
you know what
I'm
I'm saying?
hated for at the same time. Yeah. Oh, is that
But
what your sweatshirt says?
yeah,
Oh,
Jan 6,
man, I gotta get one of those.
I'll send you one. That's my merch. But so it's saying it's like a lot of these people, like I'm more, even like Bryson, that's my brother, but he's like a MAGA first, and I'm more like a Donald Trump first. Like
Okay.
I'm still on the Trump train. I ain't switched nothing. I'm rocking with Trump. I just spray painted DeSantis black on my trailer on Twitter if you go look at it, because
I saw
like
that. I was gonna pull that up.
I live in Florida and I love Ron DeSantis. You're a great governor, but I'm a real Floridian. So you can't hide the fact to me that without Donald Trump backing you when you ran for governor over Putnam and Gillum, you weren't even going to primary. Donald Trump made you primary. Donald Trump came here and moved and made Mar-a-Lago his main residence to be a Florida resident. Okay. He backed him at the same time and gave him the push over. DeSantis has been running a Donald Trump playbook since day one and was going against the deep state about, COVID and standing his ground for Florida. But he has Donald Trump backing him on every decision he made. Even his ads had like his son, like, I want to build a wall like Uncle Trump. So now, fast forward to maybe making a run at 2024 when it's bigger than people can say, like, oh, well, we think DeSantis has a better shot. I don't care about what shot they have. I'm speaking for the people of MAGAville, J6ers, real patriots who had something stolen from us, taken from us, and we're fighting to keep our integrity. And we know what he got stripped of. You're a real patriot. You know that man deserves these next 4 years. Then you go underneath him and you get 8 more years.
He's got plenty of time. Yeah.
What I'm saying. So, and then he's taking money from the Lincoln Project Group, Paul Ryan or Paul Kelly, whatever his name is. Then you got the Bushes and all this stuff. Like, he's taking a lot of rhino money.
Wow. Okay.
The reason I stand with Trump, he can't be bought.
Yeah. What do you say to people who were initially big Trump fans and then got really pissed at him, like either over the jabs, getting them out? Like, I don't know if it was his idea to mandate them or he enforced it. I mean, there's a lot of people who are upset with Trump. Oh, he didn't finish the wall. Oh, he didn't drain the swamp.
Well, I mean, it's impossible to drain the swamp just with one man. So, and the way I try to explain people, I love Donald Trump, yes, because he aligns with me the best of what I feel in my life, right? So it's kind of like dating a woman. Like, someone can't stand this woman, but I might be able to put up with what she has going on, and she might align with my life better. They don't give us 20 options on being the president. We get A or B. And I like what A had way more than what B has. Everyone has imperfections. Not everybody's perfect. So there's certain things. I'm a businessman, so I can understand the vaccine stuff that Donald Trump did, right? Because he's a businessman. He's not forcing you to take a vax. So if Trump would have came out and mandated a vaccine, then I would have had to sit back and say, yo, you're tripping, Unc. You know what I'm saying? Come on. You're not doing that to people. He just said, hey, if you feel more comfortable taking this, go take that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
People
and like here we have it.
It's like, if you want to wear this hat, wear it. But if you're afraid to wear this hat, don't buy it from me.
Right.
So, there's certain things that I could say I don't agree with everything Trump says, but Trump's my guy. That's who I'm running with. I'm a businessman, not a politician. You know what I mean? That's like Trump. I stick with his values, but there's a lot of people wishy-washy I see every single day on the internet. A lot of people, going against Trump that started their whole careers and started their whole basis off Trump. And it's like, you got to still be in the race. And if you don't want to push Trump anymore, that's cool. I see a lot of podcasters, but the one people I do see are, say you have like, I wouldn't call them politicians, but internet figures that are like reporters or
like a talking head, like a influencer type.
They ain't made their stance yet because they still want to be able to go talk to Trump. They still want to be with DeSantis. They're afraid, but I'm not afraid. I mean, I spray painted my boy. You know what I'm saying? He in my city. You know what I'm saying?
Do you have a tattoo of him on your leg?
Trump, yeah.
Sure. Who are you right now disappointed that has not come out for Trump?
I don't know if you can see.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Do you ever like put self tanner just on that one tattoo and make it like super lifelike, like orange?
I showed Trump. I said, "You want to see something real weird?" And he said, "How weird?" And I said, "You want to see yourself with face tattoos?" But I had the picture printed up, so I didn't drop my pants in front of him, in front of everybody.
Okay.
I mean,
Wow.
I just feel like there's a lot of people out there from, politicians. So like people get mad that Trump, with the McCarthy thing, you know what I'm saying, pushing him. Sometimes you have to go where you know that's gonna work, because you don't know. You gotta pick your poison. You don't know what other poison you're about to get. You don't know who the replacement of this person is gonna be. Also, if Trump was trying to throw a curveball, he could back somebody because he wants all the Democrats who have to vote also not to back who he's saying anymore.
Right.
People don't really look at all this stuff. Like they're looking at Biden now with these classified documents. Like, do you think that was put out by Republicans or Democrats? Democrats are done with Biden. So now they're airing him out. They've had this stuff. They probably put it there.
They've been sitting on it for a while. Of course, it's like they wouldn't. They're not letting out anything they don't want to be out.
I always call things like super early, and I could be way wrong all the time, but I don't think Biden's going to be running. I think it's going to be Gavin Newsom, and then it's going to be Ron DeSantis, and Trump possibly, at this moment, I would say, running independent. Because Trump's too big. Trump's not going to let somebody just come in and take his thing. He's going to run independent, probably split the votes. And people will say, well, that's not really being a patriot. Well, pushing your tide against him is not being a patriot either.
Right.
So I hope Donald Trump gets the nomination. But I think Gavin Newsom they breeded him. He's their guy.
Oh yeah, I've been saying Newsom for months now. I think they're gonna run him. God, like, wouldn't it be like fucking horrible if DeSantis and Trump run? They split the vote and then Newsom wins. Like that would be brutal.
But you never know. That's what the money DeSantis is taking might be to do that.
Yeah.
A lot of people. It's like if me and you had a shot. Say I was a huge podcaster and you were coming up by doing your or comedy. I see, you do your comedy thing. I just went to dinner with Adam Sandler and Rob Schneider like 3 weeks ago. I had a private dinner with them.
How was it? Oh, that's fun.
So
what are they like in person?
They're the same. Like Schneider definitely politically out there. Like, he moved here, moving out of the thing. His daughter, I didn't realize, but she's a big country singer.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
I got to look it up. And then I had just tore my Achilles tendon. So a lot of my fans, if they're watching this or anybody, they knew I've been in a wheelchair the last few months. I tore my Achilles. So I was like in a boot. And Adam Sandler's like a diehard basketball player at like LA Fitness. So he's like, yo, it's like, you weren't heard of, we go to LA Fitness and play some ball. And I was sitting there with them. It's like a big comedian telling you, right? Hey, just stay under me for the next like 2 years, 4 years. And you'll get your turn 6, 7 years from now. Time don't wait on nobody. So, DeSantis does have a shot to be a president. It's like, could he wait another 4 years maybe to get that? 2 more years now? And then so I understand where it's coming from, but I also am a Florida resident. I just elected you to be the governor for 2 years, not to play president.
Right.
Like I elected you to get Florida back. We just had a bad hurricane. There's a lot of people in need. We need you to be doing Florida stuff, not worrying about president stuff right now. And
yeah, I also feel like he just got here. Like he's so new on the scene to me.
So I'm just not on the DeSantis train because, I try to tell, when I talk to some people, I tell them my DeSantis train is going to run out of gas 40 miles out of Florida. Trump's name's as big as the Tampa Bay Bucks. He's as big as the New York Jets. You know what I mean? Trump is the world. Besides freaking God, Trump's probably the most famous person there is.
Wow.
Who's more famous than Donald Trump?
He was in Home Alone.
But I was just in New York last weekend at the Trump. It was funny. I was thinking of that because I took my nephews there for their 10th birthday. I got them a limousine to drive around Times Square for like 10 hours.
My God, for their 10th birthday?
Yeah, and they were in there eating pizzas, cheese pizzas like Macaulay Culkin in the back. And I took them into the train.
My God. If they're getting a limo at 10 years old, Forgiato, how are they going to top that? Like what's
No, I gave them one of my Rolls Royces when they turned 18.
I want to be one of your nephews.
You can do it.
Wow.
But you know what I mean? It'd be hard to tell somebody like wait on your time when you feel it's your time. And some people make that judge too quick. But I just feel like he owes the party, he owes the people, and we all owe, Trump for another 4 more years. I don't think there's anybody else for the economy that could do things as good than Donald Trump can. And I'm all about free speech. I'm all for people who you don't like Trump. That's great. I can still be friends with you. People hate me because I like Trump. Like I lost like crazy amounts of friends. You know what I'm saying over this my whole life.
I was just about to ask you about that. Like, how was that process? Because that happened to me too, in kind of gradually over time, and then a lot at January 6th, a lot before that, being an open like Trump voter. It doesn't take much for people to turn their backs on you. So I'm wondering with you, you're so outspoken. What was that like?
I think like because your show is like more broad. So like I went from being my whole life to like, oh, he's a wigger. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you guy's a wigger. He's got like 30-inch rims on his car, and he's around nothing but black people, and he wants to be black. And then I support Trump, and everyone's like, whoa, he's racist. This guy's a
white
racist.
supremacist.
White supremacist. He's a racist. So I'm like looking at people like, and then a lot of people from back in the day are looking like, bro, you racist? I would never consider you to be racist. I mean, I used to cut hair in an all-black barbershop. You know what I mean? Played basketball my whole life. All my friends were all black. And then I try to pause people and I tell them, look, out of my 10 friends I got in MAGA, 8 are black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Where did you used to cut hair?
Barber King is a barbershop. So I used to cut like urban hair, you know what I mean? Like more than just like a old guy, like scissor cut.
Are you from Florida?
Yeah, I lived here my whole life.
Oh, wow.
So, good but I try to tell people, you know, like Black 45 and Stoney and Ron, Bryson, these kind of people, most of my daily friends I would talk to are black. So when you see me doing a concert, you just want to like see it on CNN that they only put me on there. Well, I got blacks there's all types of black people up here. They just don't look at them like that.
Yeah, like, they probably hate you because you're such you were very mainstream. You had a lot of mainstream success, and you collaborate and are friends with a ton of black people. So it's very hard to pin you as white supremacists because
they pin me. I'm banned from social media. I can't even listen. Facebook and Instagram, they face recognize photos of me and take them off online. People send me the things like, this is crazy. And I'm like, I don't know. But I think it's like someone that works over there that just hates on me, that just goes in and gets me up out of there.
Yeah. You know what I mean? It just takes one person to put you on a list for something. I mean, we all saw the Twitter, all the Twitter files that have come out. And
I mean, with Twitter, I've been lucky because I always never used Twitter. Like, I hate Twitter. Like, I didn't like Twitter. And since I got banned, and I know this is kind of like the new place that's like somewhat friendly, because like Elon's not just like me, right? But somewhat friendly. I started a page and I got like 54,000 in like 4 weeks. So wow. It's like, my goal is to get that to 1 million. I feel like if you don't bash the GAYs that much, you're okay. I'm not
okay.
Really
yeah, I do that a lot. No,
you know what I'm saying? So
but
it's like
in a friendly way.
Yeah, but like my thing is like my biggest thing is the children. You know what I mean? If you're some older person, you just living your life, just live your life. I don't really care what you're doing. And I talk to certain friends of mine that are super against that these days. And I think the problem with that is I didn't grow up around nobody like that. So when I was young, I got sent in 5th grade to my senior year. Maybe be hard to recognize, but I'm the black sheep. So 5th through 12th grade, I got sent to a military boarding school, right?
Oh, wow.
So military boarding school, there was nobody actually like that. Like if they were, they weren't talking about it.
Did you act out or like, was it any one particular thing that happened that got you sent to the boarding school?
I've always just been like, I was never bad, like I'm gonna kill something, but I've always been like trying to make a lot of money in some ways, or just the stir up, or like
you're an entrepreneur just at a young age.
I'm always like an instigator, I'd be like, someone said something about you and they didn't, I'd tell you like, go sock them in their face, So I just caused a lot of issues. So, I had to go to the school, but the school did good for me. It was Admiral Farragut Military Academy. They made us march around with little rifles and do all this stuff. So I knew when I graduated, I didn't want to, do anything with military or anything. But that's why I got a lot of love for people like that and put them in my songs, because that's like really like living for somebody else. A lot of people have that knack. Like I could never do that. Like I don't want to go to the military now. So I support my country in a different way, and I have a lot of different respect for those people. Even when I was younger, it's like I probably didn't like police. Now I love the police. It's because like
it's very selfless.
It's like I don't do any drugs. I don't drink. I never did drugs. It's not bad. Like I might have a shot of Patron or something once in a blue moon if I'm doing something, but I have such a red dot on me in my city, even before Trump, just like,
Wow.
riding around. I mean, even like, I don't know if it's on there, like my Rolls Royce is wrapped all Richie Rich. I got like Monopoly Richie Rich, all on it says Trump's nephew on it. Like Vice did a big story on it. Probably can find that online if you Google.
Let
Like
me find it. I need Twitter. Let me see.
if you look probably on Google, just put like Forgiato Blow, Richie Rich, Rolls Royce or something. Or Vice, they put a picture up of it, but it is like I always bring a lot of attention to myself. So when you're living like that, and if I'm just like getting on drugs and I'm on point, and someone's gonna get me up out of there because hate and jealousy and envy is the number one thing out here where I live in Florida. You know what I mean?
And you have a lot of balls, which is hard to come by these days.
So they banned this, but Pink Floyd gave me a lawsuit over this. I remade their song.
What?
Yeah, so like we don't need no education. I said we don't need no molestation, and I had the
That's
beat remade.
funny.
And we did a hey Disney, leave those kids alone.
That's
And it went-
perfect.
It went
And
crazy.
you got sued over that?
Well, they sent me to cease and desist. So, but it's funny. The
Okay.
mayor of MAGA is a white rapper. It's always like gotta be white.
Yeah, it's like Trump is white. I mean, why is that such a huge leap?
So Vice just came here and did a story on me. So it's pretty cool.
Really? Now,
That's one of my
what
roles.
was your car like? How did you even get this done?
I had it like designed.
Oh my God. Who does this? Like, who did you go to have this done?
I just got different people. I mean, I just get everything designed.
And then just make these are just like big decals, basically. Wow.
No, it's a wrap. It's like a custom everything. That's how my Trump truck is. I got like I have a Tahoe right now that's like all chrome. The whole car's chrome. So like people are like, oh, it's illegal. You can't drive a chrome car blind in the whole world. Like,
wow.
But, yeah, that's in there.
Tat.
So it's like I get banned, right? But all these big blogs and all these people come and spend time with me, and it's like before I was banned, they didn't care about coming to speak to me. And though a lot of these people,
they love you, and it's like then they love to hate you. Yeah, here you are with Roger Stone, another person who they love to hate.
Well, it's weird. So it's like I started messing, like having like relationships, friendly relationships, or whatever, becoming friends with all these big Congress people. And so like Roger Stone came here and got in my music video, and this went like crazy viral. But if they didn't respect what I was doing, they wouldn't come do this type of stuff. General Flynn, Matt Gaetz came to Orlando and got in my video, and it was called Matt Gaetz. YouTube banned those videos, but like the Tonight Show or the Late Show, whatever it is, Colbert, he did like a voiceover to my video, right? And it was like me and
really,
Matt, yeah, you could probably like Google it; it will come up. It's on their YouTube channel. So he took my Matt Gaetz song that I did with Matt Gaetz. Matt Gaetz came and did the video, and they did a voiceover and aired it on TV, right? And it was about pretty much me. Hey, Matt, I got prostitutes and young age girls for you. But what if I took his voiceover and been like, I'm racist, I hate black people, and put it up? I bet I would have been in deep crap. So like the defamation, the character that people do to me is at an all-time high. I made a song that's about Matt being a patriot. They took my video and had a voiceover. It's on their YouTube channel. If you just type in maybe Forgiato Blow, Matt Gaetz song or something, it's on his YouTube. The Late Show or whatever it is. They deleted my version, but
I'm looking for it. Okay.
No, you're always like Republicans against the law. You know what I mean? It's like, God forbid you be a Republican these days.
Okay, a rap song about Matt Gaetz for some reason. Maybe this is it. Oh yeah. Okay. Wow. I mean, Stephen Colbert is probably the most cringe late night host, even before he put out.
He's the cringe, but it's the biggest shows. So these all these huge shows, they love to put me on their stuff, but they don't get banned for posting me.
I wonder if it's this.
It is.
Jance, aka Forgiato Blow, has released a new song called Matt Gaetz. This comes as Gaetz remains embroiled in an ongoing.
Up on the phone, he said, I need you to spit a couple bars about me, Congressman Matt Gaetz. I said, sir, I do not know who you are. He said, I'm a right-wing firebrand. with no underage sex allegations. I said, wait, if that's not something you have.
And they keep showing my brother.
Wow.
He said, forget
Yeah, why wouldn't they just focus on you?
Because in the video he did the first verse, I the second, but it's just crazy
Wow.
that they can take my stuff and flip it like that.
Yeah, it's like on YouTube, you can submit a copyright strike, but it's like what you
I
have.
can't because they
what
only
do you-
use the video, not the audio.
Wow.
So it's kind of like social media. You know, I could try to
Yeah.
sue them for not letting me on Facebook. I could sue them for Instagram. I have to spend $5-6 million to even crack the case. There's their own stuff. They can do what they want to do.
Yeah, it's really just like a mob.
The only thing I can wait is like somebody could buy Instagram and Facebook, and if they do that, I would have literally like 30 Instagram accounts with 100K or more.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you, Troy, for the super sticker. From Jen McMahon, the last time I saw Rob Schneider, he was on the Greg Gutfeld show. I love Greg's show. It's so good. Chrissy definitely needs to go on his show. I could see her there for sure. I was on Gutfeld in May. It was an awesome time.
I need to catch some of your comedy. I've been like, let me see, the last stand-up comedy I watched on Netflix was Theo Vaughn, I think. I watched.
Oh yeah, he's funny.
Funny. And then who's the big, like, he's kind of like a big fat Mexican guy?
Carlos Mencia, or
he had like a show on Netflix or something about him being like a principal on TV or something. And then he had a live. He did it like in the biggest stadium you could think of in Los Angeles. I mean, it was humongous.
Same.
Outdoor stadium.
Wow, that's awesome. Yeah, I don't know if I'm Netflix friendly right now, but I think for the same reasons, while you're very censored, I don't think they would want me on Netflix. But who knows? I put out my first album. I recorded it last January 6th. On the 1-year anniversary, and then it came out in March. So, and then it did great. Like, it was top of the charts, top of Amazon and iTunes for a good month, which is insane because for a comic, if you hit number 1 even for a day, it's a big deal and it's worth bragging about. And I couldn't believe it. Like, and the fact that I don't have any management, I have no agents. Like, this was all literally just my fans, friends, through YouTube, through Rumble, everything. It's completely ground up. It was amazing. Was it Gabriel Iglesias?
No, he was a big, maybe, I don't know if that's his picture. That's not, he was a big fat dude, like big guy.
Is it the guy who died? Oh, there's a guy who died.
He didn't die. I don't know. He was really funny.
Okay.
He was really funny. So like Netflix, you know, like everybody takes a stand versus them. But it's kind of like tough. Like I would see you being, doing comedy. It's like it's like if somebody telling me like they're not using YouTube. Like I hate YouTube, but I still have to make a new YouTube because I don't have any management. I don't have any help. I did everything. I've got to Donald Trump to myself, Rick Ross, all these kind of people, right? To all on my own. It's like, so when somebody comes and say, oh, they wanted me to sign to them or manage me, like, what can you do that I can't do for myself? You know, I've already learned how to make millions of dollars. I already learned how to get followers and fans, rebuild pages, so it's tough. And I know comedy's like got to be the same as rap. It's like you got to put your own money out. You got to build up your own following. And it's very tough. And then once you start saying, I'm not going to go on this platform or that platform, I know it's got to be really hard for you. So I got.
Well, it's more the other way around. It's more people that won't have you. Like there are, I'm at the point. I'm basically kind of like cold calling clubs, being like, here's my social media, here's my reach, here's how many people I draw in this area. Like I can actually put up real numbers, or here's how much I drew last year in this area. And like the places that say yes, it's awesome, and we work together. I'll come back every year. But then some places, like I'll look and see who they're performing, and they have people who have less followers than me. Like I don't even want to say like, oh, they're not funny or I'm funnier than them. It's like just in sheer numbers, like who is marketing themselves better, who's got a bigger following, who's got a bigger reach. It's like I blow these people away, but still I'll get like a no thank you, we'll pass, because it's like they do one Google search and then
I get that every day with even some regular business I have, because I have more businesses than just my music. I own a lot of different things, and when people find out like who I really am, and they look at all that stuff. They're like, oh, I don't think that's a good idea for me to be a part of this, and I'm cool with that. Like, if you want to let people's opinions and things change your life, I already get it. Being fully my face tattooed, this and that. Like, I already get like I don't know, this guy is trustworthy or not. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's a real commitment, a face tattoo. Which was your first face tattoo?
The Statue of Liberty was this side, being gagged.
Did it hurt?
Can't silence freedom. Probably hard to see out my hair,
where's
but
the most painful? Where's the most painful on your body, on part of your body you've had a tattoo?
Believe it or not, it'd be like these little places, like on your hand.
Really here? Okay,
here, because it's like it's just weird. This kind of hurt. Suburban Legend right here. This kind of hurt. I would say this eagle after J6 on this side, 1776, the eagle.
Oh wow.
Bad. But like I have my whole head tattooed, so it's kind of like the back was.
I remember you before you got this tattooed.
Yeah, I had this
kind of recent.
This all through MAGA. This is probably like 5 years old.
Yeah.
Because even that Vanilla Ice Rick Ross video I sent you, I had that. That was kind of like to people that are like, oh, you're not some gang banging hood dude, da da da. I'm like, I can't tell you any better than Suburban Legend. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm putting on for everywhere, but it kind of like, it's almost like telling people I'm a white boy. You know what I'm saying?
A face tattoo is a great way to show the world, like, I've never worked at a bank, like it's.
Well, no, it's like these days, man. It's I work with like billionaires and doctors, all types of people that never thought they would even have somebody like me around in a room closing a deal. And like, I'm one of the best people. So it's like, I think a lot of people's eyes have opened up, but I feel it's the best way to say, like, I don't need to ever work for nobody again.
That's the greatest freedom. That's making it. That's the dream.
Yeah, so it's kind of thing. But there's a lot of people out there that need to work for somebody again. They got face tattoos. So
it's just bragging. Maybe, you know what? Maybe I don't have a day job anymore. Maybe I need a face tattoo.
Well, they're like a cheat code, like for places like TikTok. Like you stop because you see the tattoos on the face. So it's like a stopper.
Yeah.
TikTok's another one of those.
All right. Maybe I'll try something out.
I've had like 4 or 5 pages at like 300,000-400,000, and then I just get banned. And what's crazy about their platform is it's like they let people warn your stuff and then they take it down and then they appeal it and they still give you the ban. Like you appealed my stuff.
Yeah, it's based on nothing. I have the dumbest strikes and the dumbest warnings on my stuff. I had not as many as you, but I had one Instagram taken down. It was like right before I'll never forget, because right before I did Tim Pool, I was like, fuck, I can't promote it. It was March of 21. And oh my God. Yeah, I was up to like not a ton, but it was a lot for me. I was like 13,000.
A lot to any, even if you had 100, it's your page, it's your memories, it's your whole timeline, it's your privacy, it's your life.
Yeah, really. And I had like so many pictures on there from when my mom was alive, and it's like, oh wow, they're all just gone.
So they banned all my pages, took me out without even like a reason. And I got tired of it now. So it's like I'm just on Twitter trying to get that. I mean, it hurt me. I make decent money and I do good business moves, but taking like 1 million followers from me across the board, how do I tell people where my new music's at? I mean, even my YouTube, like you make music, you got to have a YouTube. Like, how am I making music and plan on selling it without YouTube?
Do you know if you can like look back in old like computers and try to find any of the old stuff?
I have some stuff, and then like I probably shot like 300 music videos in my life, maybe more. So there's videographers 10 years ago that I'm not cool with anymore because I did Trump and this and that. So even like my song with Rick Ross, Vanilla Ice, I don't even have a copy of that. It's like I'm lucky Vanilla Ice has it on his channel because they deleted it off my channel on my YouTube, like 5 million, but he still has it up on his channel. People like Rick Ross and these people, like they're cool with me still with Trump, but that was 3 years ago. Trump was running for office when I put this out. I had Trump songs and everything at this time.
This is a really, I don't want to get dinged, but it's a really dope song.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. How did you get to like meet Trump? I mean, that's pretty great that you don't have any management or agents. Like, did you just go to these like networking events? Like,
it got to the point where they got to meet me.
Right.
So when I first came out in 2016, I'm always good at like getting people talking, right? So I had my social media, I had all my songs going on. I was like, how am I going to get this Trump thing on fire? So instead of like going to blog sites and paying them for like at Forgiato Blow, I just had everybody who loves or hates me run ads saying, oh my God, Donald Trump has a nephew that has tattoos on his face that raps. And it just started going. But my name wasn't added. It was just going like everywhere. So I'm like, well, worst goes to worst, Trump's going to have to say something about me. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I think at that point, if it would have kept going how I was operating and moving, it would have been like something that came up and had been washed away. But then I started doing such positive things and such like big things, you know, like I had a rally that had 27,000 people show up to it in Miami and the mayor shut it down. You know, I was doing the rallies here, all the music videos. Congress people were calling me up, you know, hey, Blow, we need you to make a song. I mean, Marjorie Green Taylor just reached out to me about Marjorie Taylor Greene about my Balenciaga song that just came out. Me and Bryson did that went number one on the iTunes charts. Our number one.
She could be a video girl. I think she could throw her in a bikini. She'd be a great video girl.
We got the same teeth, me and her. She got good teeth, but I feel like Republicans are like one thing that I feel that we do too much. They're so quick to be like, oh, I don't like this person anymore, or they're a rhino, da, 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 da. But the first, say like tomorrow, AOC comes out and she's like, yo, I want to vote Donald Trump. Everyone's going to be like, AOC is the one. AOC for VP. AOC, AOC, AOC. Our goal for me at least, is to take people that don't see the vision, don't see the light, and red pill them. If Donald Trump runs with the only people that support Donald Trump, he's not going to run that far. So even when Trump comes back, I try to tell people he might have to change some stuff up that we all don't agree with, right? But it might be what he needs to do to win the election. So I've been posting Tulsi Gabbard, right, for his VP. So if you go to, if you go to my Twitter, right, and just click like media, if you scroll down like maybe a week or two ago, I posted her, Carrie Lake. When you get there to the top, well, let's show. I posted Ron DeSantis. I posted Tucker Carlson. Then you just keep going down. I post a lot. Well, I'll show you this because
you're good. You're on it. Is it this one?
No, keep going down. You got about a lot. It's whip it, whip it, whip it. I'll tell you when to stop. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going.
You love memes.
Yeah,
hey.
I do. Keep going, keep going. It's me and my nephews at the Trump the other day. Keep going, keep going.
God, I remember this. I remember this jacket. Oh,
yeah. Keep going, keep going. I'll tell you, keep going, keep going. Everybody stay with me. The point's going to be good.
Keep going. If you're listening on the audio version.
All right, so go right there. Okay, down. So look, I told you when I put her up, she got 42.3 thousand likes, right?
Wow.
So there's a lot of silent majority for maybe saying Tulsi, right?
Yeah.
That was a lot for her, 42.3 thousand likes, right? So go to the next one. You go back. Above her, up. So up to Carrie Lake. She's
right here, Lake.
Right there. So Lake did 18,000, right? So Tulsi doubled her, right? And then Ron DeSantis above her did 13,000.
Wow.
And if you go down, up, sorry. Go back up. I think I did Marjorie. Yeah, she did 14.8. So she beat out DeSantis. Because I have a Trump base.
Yeah.
Candace, 13,000. So I'm just saying there's some pretty decent people on there. I was surprised to see 43,000 for Tulsi Gabbard, right? And I understand that like she has, gun laws and, abortion laws, a lot of stuff that they would have to be configured. But Trump might have to come back and say, hey, I got to get somebody that Democrats are going to accept a little more. The middle people are going to accept a little more. We're not just going to be able to keep doing the same, beating it in the ground. If we want to have a lot of changes, we might have to give a little bit to get a whole lot down the road.
Also, she's hot, which helps.
Yeah, I like Tulsi. So,
Yeah.
or like guns. Like she wants. If Trump came back and took away assault rifles, you could still have guns. Not saying I 100% agree with that. I wouldn't want that, but I can see the vision to win an election with that, because Trump just can't come back and be like, we're going to the J6 and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to go anywhere. He has to come back, build a strategy like no other. I feel like Trump's VP pick is going to be the election for him.
Wow.
I posted Tucker Carlson. Now, Tucker Carlson bombed. He didn't do good. But there's been a lot of people where I've been around certain rooms I'm not supposed to be in joking about Tucker Carlson. No,
Chrissy,
I thought she would do better. Maybe she's too new.
Yeah, I think so.
And if you go down,
how did Tucker do?
Tucker.
Wow, Matt Gaetz has a big head. Let's see.
It's probably
sometimes that's.
I post so much. It's the other way. It's going up. Tucker.
Let's see. How did Tucker do?
Not good though. Keep going. You'll see him. It was further down. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Every time I see Lauren Boebert, I'm just like, this looks like one of my girls. Like I would go drinking with. Like she just looks like so many of my friends.
Yeah. Keep going. It's coming up. Keep going.
Oh my God, Pelosi.
Okay, so yeah, Ashley Babbitt, her mom and me are pretty good friends. She got arrested the other day outside.
I saw that. That was crazy. For what? Just like loitering?
Jaywalking. I texted her so I could
jaywalking.
So keep going. I texted her so I could post her bail for her, but she was out. Keep going.
Oh man, right Tucker would be great. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he did like 2,000.
Wow.
So he didn't do much. So my Twitter's hit or miss. Some days I do 50K, some days I do 2,000. It's really crazy, but I got a pretty good reach on there for only being on there for 4 weeks. So
no, that's amazing for sure. Is there anybody that you're like disappointed that hasn't shown their support for Trump yet? That you
DeSantis to me.
Oh, DeSantis. Sure.
I was at Mar-a-Lago. I had one of the they had me there for the opening big speech. And one thing there was not one politician there.
Really? Yeah. Wow. You think they're just so afraid to be associated or just not yet?
I felt that. That's one thing I said. It's like, there's not one politician here. So that was a little odd to me.
But then it's like he's running. So I don't know. I just feel like
Matt Gaetz has came out strong lately. I don't really know who else, because he nominated for Speaker of the House. I don't think too many people, like politicians and Congress people, have really came out and said, they're with Trump. Not too many. I think a lot of it's just the fans and the patriots.
I think January 6th made it really messy and people got afraid. I don't know. I feel like that's what made.
Well, I mean, that J6 stuff's crazy, but I mean, look, Brazil just had their first one.
Yeah, I was so proud of them. I was like, look at you guys, first January 6th.
They popped their cherry.
Yeah, and of course, like clockwork, they're blaming Trump. The articles are coming out like, Trump gave them the idea.
What don't they not blame Trump for?
Yeah.
And that's my biggest thing with the stuff going on now. It's like, they are outing Biden, but it's like I put on Twitter, I think a little bit ago, my latest post is a poll. And it's like, how many people think that Hunter Biden made photocopies of the documents already?
Of course they did. Yeah.
Imagine if one of the Trumps had a laptop, right?
They would never let us hear the end of it. It would be nonstop. Raynetta Dennis, hello from Ms. Ray.
Miss Ray, I love Miss Ray. She's one of my big supporters. Big fan.
What's up, Miss Ray?
And hope everything's good with her. I know she had some health issues. And
Albert Nada Retro. Don't know if you've heard, but Lisa Marie Presley, she died. Cardiac. I heard she had a heart attack yesterday, and I was like, oh, I wonder if she's
back to Miss Ray. She had some health issues. She's such a patriot. She came to me and she told me that her kids already knew if anything ever happened to her, she wants me to put her casket in the back of the Trump truck and take her to her grave.
Oh my
That's a
gosh.
real patriot. And I told her I got that no matter what.
Wow.
So Miss Ray, I love you, but that's a real patriot right there.
I might be down for that too. That sounds like fun. Or maybe I could get into the Trump truck while I'm still alive. We'll try.
We'll take it outside of one of these concerts you got.
Yeah, next time I'm
bash,
in Tampa, I'll hit you up. Tampa people are fun.
just go down there and bash the Sanchez for me.
Yeah, so you had a truck that you attached to the Trump truck, and then that's what kind of went viral is you spray painting DeSantis's face. Like this was what back in December.
It's my trailer. So when DeSantis was running for rerunning Make America Florida, I came out with the 2022 rerunning for his term. I was out driving that around. The back of it has like me and Trump blown up. It says Mayor MAGAville on it. And that's the video right there. So it's just, how many views that video have? Or is that like a retweet? Oh, 401.
Out here today.
It's up to, 401.
I got a lot of love right here from my boy DeSantis. I drove this around, supported him through midterm.
Oh my!
But I see he got some donation money for some people who I don't really like. Lincoln Project, they're giving some money out. Seems like he's going to make them a run for 2024. Until he comes out and endorses, so you come out and endorse my boy Trump, You're taking this off the truck, completely off the truck. I need you to come all the way out and endorse Donald Trump for president.
Got my boot on right there, my Achilles.
Yeah, I saw that.
I support you, one of the greatest governors ever. Great governor.
You're like, you're great.
People out here are hurt.
I'm spray painting your face.
Things happen. You're letting people talk about stuff we don't agree. And you need to go ahead and endorse Donald Trump for 2024 president, and you get your turn 2028, my boy. Mayor McAville.
In the back of it, yeah, man.
So
look, it's like my thing is with the Sanchez, with that whole thing. Like I said, he's a great governor, but a lot of people are going to him saying like, "Yo, y'all got beef, or is there type of issues?" And he don't say like, "No, there's no issue." So in my lifetime, if me and somebody had some type of beef that like wasn't known to everybody about some real beef, and somebody would be like, "Oh, what's up with you and Blow or da da da? Y'all good?" And they would be like dodge the question. They're like, what you trying to make something that is not to get more hype and more clout. Like, is there a beef? So I feel like he's like doing a soap opera thing, man. He's like, he could easily say like, there's no problem. This, Trump went to vote and they said, "Hey, did you vote for DeSantis?" He turned around and said, "Yes, I did."
Wow. Yeah.
Why are you doing that? You know what I'm saying?
Why are you trying to make it look like there might be beef?
He's trying to cause a division. So people are going to me saying like, "Oh, Forgiato Blow, you're trying to get this division." But no, it's like I'm from the time when Ron DeSantis, right? Trump was his idol. Idols turn rivals. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to like flip it. They gave him the money because Ron don't even got his own plane. I'm close to getting my own plane. You know what I'm saying? Ron don't even got his own plane. I was just on Trump Force One. I was just on Trump Force One like maybe 2 weeks ago.
Whoa, what's it like?
Let's see, I'll show you. I didn't even post on this stuff. Let's see.
I've never even been in a private plane. I have an American Airlines frequent flyer number though.
All right, well, I'll fly you and we're gonna go on a private plane to one of your shows.
I take a lot of Greyhound buses. That's my
Hey, that's the grind though. There's nothing wrong with none of that. I get on a Greyhound with you. We'll go check out some shows. Let's see. I don't know if my phone will.
Okay, I'm gonna solo you. What? There you go. Oh my gosh! Wow, it's a Rolls Royce plane.
This is us getting ready to take off. I'm sitting in Trump's seat playing my video on YouTube.
Oh my god, that's fun. Okay, where does the name Forgiato Blow come from?
So blow means, what do you think?
Okay. Nose candy.
No, been living off wealth.
Oh, been living off wealth. Okay.
So it was something fancy. And then I was signed to a football player in the NFL, and he owned Blow when I got out of my deal. So I put Forgiato on. Well, first off, I took Blow and made it from what you probably thought to the space BLOW, been living off wealth. And then Forgiato's like a rim company. I have all the rims on my car. and I did a deal with them a long time ago. I'm big on marketing, so it's like I'm a marketing genius. People, I run so many companies marketing. They're like, well, we'll pay you to do our marketing. You just can't be around. You just give us the idea.
Oh,
I manage TikTokers right now with 3 million followers. I manage a lot of people that from behind the scenes. I do stuff every day. I try to make, 10 different incomes every day. One of my great billionaire friends taught me, I've always wanted to be like the money. I got to the point where money doesn't really mean that much to me anymore because a lot of people don't understand like money's is a curse. Almost too much money. People are like, oh, you got all these cars, you got a nice house, got all this stuff. Well, this costs money every day. And my lifestyle costs money every day. And I got to continue to work hard to do what I'm doing every single day. So I just can't put my feet up, especially with getting banned. How am I a rapper trying to pay my bills rapping and I can't even post my music?
yeah.
Right? So a billionaire friend of mine taught me, he said, look, the way you're going to become a billionaire or be rich, and in his mindset, is you got to help everybody else reach their goals. So I found out instead of just trying to just be the biggest rapper in the world, let me do my thing, but let me help everybody else reach their goals and I'm a good person to do it. So let me make a little bit off everybody, and good karma, helping everybody get to where they're trying to go, help Congress people, help the president, you know what I'm saying? Help business people, help real estate people I know because I have a big name in my city, restaurants, this help everybody get to where they're trying to go, and you'll find out how to make a little bit from every situation. And 10 to 12 different incomes coming in. If I got 12 horses running every day, right, that are making me a lot of money, it's a lot different than just saying, hey, I'm gonna see how much I can do on the comedy by myself. If you went and got 4 people under you and taught them,
Yeah.
it's like I made a lot of money off a lot of different rappers because everybody can rap. Just like, some people might have
can't
a
rap.
joke.
I definitely can't rap.
You
I've
came to
tried.
Florida, I'll get you a song. It might be good for you.
Okay.
But it's like some people might be funny, right? But can you remember your jokes? Can you get on stage? Can you understand what it is to gain the attention from the crowd and the people? So there's this thing called Blow School. It's like I take all these people through Blow School and teach them how to do all
Blow
this stuff.
school.
It's like something, you would be able to have and tell different comedians, or you might just have such a good face card and all the years of grinding that somebody could come to you and say, hey, I want to skip the line. You could be like, well, give me, 40, 50,000. I'll make some calls and get you on. You ready to perform? I'll get you on some stages ASAP.
Wow. But oftentimes they're not because you can't really teach. Like you can't, that delivery, there's a lot you can't learn unless you're such a natural or you've been grinding for years or you have like transferable skills like Alex Stein to me, he already has like the skills. He's already doing stand-up, but he's more like he has like a wrestler energy. Like he just loves a fight. He loves drama. That's great.
My boy.
Yeah. He's
Last time I just did a show in Chicago and he came out and he hosted it. And I was like, bro, how you ain't banned? You the feds?
I know. Yeah.
He's like, I can't even talk that high pitch. But he's like,
he has such a wholesome face. It's because he doesn't have face tattoos. I think that helps.
Yeah, I was like, bro, are you the feds? Like, cause I be playing around with and I'm like, how he ain't banned? He out here disturbing the peace for real. Not that I never wanted to happen to him. I was just trying to say it was just crazy to me because, the funny thing I told him was like, watch, you might get banned for them spitting on you. That was crazy when that girl spit on him. I don't know how. I might have lost my MAGA rep on that. They might have been like, yo, Blow his girls. Cause I don't know. I don't know if I could take somebody that's spitting on me like that.
Oh, I would. Yeah, me too. I would be really triggered.
Super funny, super cool. He's one of the few people every time I get banned, I send a new picture or me or him to share it. And he didn't. He was at the Mar-a-Lago night when I was there.
When was that?
For Trump's big speech. He wasn't there.
What was it? Just like a couple months ago, I think.
I would say about 2 months ago when Trump announced that he was running. Because see, Trump, it was an early announcement, but he had to announce just because he knew that these people were putting money on Ron DeSantis. So if Trump came out and said that he's running early, DeSantis isn't going to say he's running yet. But the people that spend all their money on building DeSantis up, they're going to start talking. So Trump's going to be able to know who the ops are, who's going against him, who not to trust very soon. It'd be like me and you doing comedy and everybody's you're underneath me, but some people are going to build you up and you don't say it yet. And I'd say, well, I'm going to go do this show. And other people are like, well, we already paid for her to do this show. Without you saying it, we already own the rights. If we want her to be there, she'll be there.
That's a really interesting tactic like that. I didn't realize.
Trump's very smart.
Yeah.
Very smart. And then somehow the little boy over here with face tattoos finds all these type of things that people don't see. But that's because I'm the Donald Trump of rap. I'm a hustler like Trump. I know how to get people to let me know that they don't rock with me and they don't support me without me doing something to you to make you do it.
Right. I think the little boy with face tattoos would be a great kid's book about you. The little boy
face tattoos. You gonna do the audio book?
Yeah, I'll do the illustration.
Voiceover, the audio book. The little boy with face tattoos. I'm about to write that in my notes. I'm about to write that in my notes real quick. Hold on.
I had this framed. I'm a character in a comic strip, and I pictured this. His name's Little Chad, and he does these like very wholesome illustrations. I feel like he would be so good at drawing it out. But it's like me as like a little girl, like podcaster.
Little boy with face tattoos. I like that. You know what's crazy too? It's like let me see if I get this real quick.
It's like the little engine that could or something.
I think I got it right here.
So many
I got like so much Trump memorabilia and all this stuff, but these are pretty funny. So these are what's coming. And this was everybody's like big thing. But when Trump put out his action cards, right?
Did you get the NFT?
Man, I got $4,500 I spent on them things. So listen.
How many did that get you?
They were 100 each. That's 45. I got
wow,
45.
About 45. Why do you need 45 of them?
They're going to be worth 10 times more. 45 was the max you could buy.
Oh, wow. That makes sense.
So check it out. So a lot of people were like, this is the big announcement. Trading cards, right?
Yeah.
Trump didn't say I have a presidential announcement. He is a businessman. Why can't Trump just do something for himself for once? Why does everything have to be about you and everybody else? So many people are like, bro, Trump's losing me with this. He just raised $100 million.
Yeah. And you actually get something for it.
To the deep state.
Yeah.
He took his own people's money who believe in him and got backed for more money than selling out to the deep state. So instead of Trump putting out cards that are going to make you more money, would you rather him just go have a meeting with the deep state and take the money and do what they want him to do? It's because people are so quick to be like, what have you done for me lately? They live on the edge of their seat. Everybody wants him to come back and they're waiting. The same people I feel like who wanted him back are just like loving his failures. He's not even in hustle mode right now. He's just living. It's early.
So he just announced early so that he could see like who's with him and who's against him as far as who's backing DeSantis. Okay, interesting.
He don't need no raise. He don't need no money from nobody. Even at that Mar-a-Lago, he raised like $100 million that night.
Whoa.
Trump raised money. The money's not the issue.
Right.
Trump didn't lose because he ran out of money.
And that's something I guess one of his failures or not even his fault necessarily, but just how the swamp is. Like he didn't realize the people around him were not trustworthy and
like Pence,
stifling.
Biggest swamp creature there is. He pretty much signed off on Joe Biden being the president.
Yeah. When do you think Trump will go into
run for what? You have a better chance to run Democrat.
Yeah, that would be crazy. When do you think Trump will get in hustle mode?
It's coming. I think by first rally it's going to come, and he needs to go early because the people are turning on him so fast that they'll jump right back. All it's going to take is a couple let's make a couple Make America Great Again speeches and
if he focuses on the economy, especially now, I think people will listen.
But I'm just saying, I feel that he's going to have to be like 50-50 on certain things that he never would have been 50-50 on 2 years ago.
Like what?
I said guns, maybe abortion.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
There's a lot of things. It's like me. It's like I have a sister. I've known tons of women in my life. I have no kids. You know, I used to be the wild boy that I never paid for an abortion. No, but it's kind of hard if I know a woman that's like, for me to tell her what to do with her body, or for me to tell a woman who was raped or something, you know, some type of thing. But also, those little bit excuses are so small, right? They only happen like a point percentage of the time.
Rare.
But then
Yeah.
people say to me when I really get big on the abortions, I made a song called like Baby Killer. And even girls who I mess with that I talk to and friends with they was like out me about that. They was like,
Wow.
you tripping, even a lot of people. And I'm like, why? They're like, because you can't tell me what to do with my body, right? But I'm like, well, if I can't tell you to do with your body when you're 18, don't talk to me about no child support for the kids.
You're like, also like, I am not tripping because that baby wouldn't be there if it weren't for my jizz.
But that's what they don't get. So some people are like, you can't make the decision, but you want me to pay child support, right? So my biggest thing is like, it's just a tough thing to talk about. And
Yeah.
it's almost worse than liking Donald Trump being, you know, pro-life. I'm going to the march in DC 2 weeks from now. I know that Trump has not lost his base, facts. I feel that I am 99.9, 1,000%, I would say, on that pro-life, but it's just hard for me to tell a woman to tell me like, I was kidnapped and raped for 6 weeks and I got to have a baby by some guy, right?
Yeah, but that's so rare. I feel like the woman who
said
is
it's
loudly
rare,
saying that, I feel like they might be lying. I don't
It's
know.
so
I just
rare.
think
It is rare,
the
but
women
the
that
thing
are
is,
actually like raped and abused are not. I don't know. I feel like
they're
they're
not
not as
saying it.
vocal about
It's
it.
the
Yeah.
regular woman that's going out doing whatever. But my whole thing is, I don't speak on things I don't really know about. I know my pronouns. You know what I'm saying? I can't handle babies.
Your pronouns are face, tattoo.
I can make babies, right? But I don't know what to say about that. So I just feel like, I'm not saying that's going to be Trump's leg to run on, but there's going to be certain things I think as Trump supporters that at first are going to be kind of like, because he has to give somewhere. He has so much animosity and hate built up against him. Even like when I was at the thing and he said all drug dealers deserve death penalty. I'm sitting there like,
all of them? Really? Yeah.
Well, my thing is, you know, I don't sell drugs. In my life, did I know drug dealers? Did I ever be around people selling weed, this and type of stuff like that? Yeah, when I was younger. But the thing is, that's not fentanyl and MS-13s and trading humans for it. I feel like when Trump said what he said, he's talking about that type of crime.
Yeah.
But they take what he says to all types of people. So the people that work around Trump don't see it, but the people like me and the Bryson Grays, we go on, you would call so much the urban platforms also to see our urban news. And it's got Donald Trump on there that people were switched over rocking with him. And the first thing he says, all drug dealers should be death penalty. They looking like, what? Because a lot of
That's
them say,
my cousin. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just kind of like, I just think sometimes it's like, you gotta explain it for the people that are a little slow, right?
Which is a lot of people. Yeah, you're like an interpreter.
Or you got to explain it for the people that are going to try to twist everything you say around.
Right. Yeah, definitely. Who are your biggest musical inspirations?
Well, Rick Ross was my musical idol. I hunted Rick Ross down for 5, 6, 7 years straight till he did a song with me.
Wow.
There's nobody in Florida that's independent has song Rick Ross. He's rich. He don't need no money from me. It was just a hustle. Everybody used to call me like the white Rick Ross. My whole life, it was just that's the white Rick Ross. Da da da. We talked about the same stuff, kind of like portrayed the same lifestyle and music when I first started coming out. So I did my song with Ross. It was cool, but then like after I did it, like with me, my thing is I always do the unthinkable, and then when I do it, it's like I'm off it. What's next? You know what I mean? I could be sitting here doing it. Like I was going to be the mayor where we live. I was going to run for mayor. And what's funny is, before they banned me, I could have gave them a run for their money because people support me. Trump was already going to. I was going to work with him to get the backing. Right? I would have been probably endorsed. Second of all, everybody promoting and doing things the old way. I have a whole new way. I'm already running campaigns for other people who ran that nobody even knew. I'm running like a text-in list. I mean, I have phone numbers to like 100,000 people. Like when we came on here, I texted this out to like 9,000 people. You know,
Nice. I hope they're all here watching.
but you get what I'm saying? Like I texted out to people, yo, I'm going live here in a minute. Someone like Miss Ray probably got that because she follows everything that I really do. So I was going to run for mayor, and people were like really thought it was crazy, but nobody where we live was like, you're running for mayor. They're all like, yeah, mayor. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
why
no,
not?
mayor of Magaville's like my name, it's like a self-proclaimed new name for myself. And they're like, oh, I thought you were really running for mayor. Like
I
I
would
would have
voted for
voted for you. Then I was like, maybe I should run. But then I felt like I want to wait till I'm like 40, 42 till like I'm all the way grown up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You have
Like,
a
'cause
couple
I
more
was doing
fucking
things when
around years left.
no
Yeah.
more tattoos, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like I like to make decisions and moves when I know I'm 100% ready for it. I mean, who knows? Maybe one day I'll have a kid and I'll enjoy life like that. It's like when you really grind and chase your dreams, it's like you don't really got time for nobody. You really don't got time for anything. You know what I mean?
That's
So
so true.
I've had to give up a lot to get where I'm going and stay where I'm going. Because like everybody comes around when you
When you're
like
doing great.
driving nice cars, living the life, and then it's kind of like, oh, we ain't going to the club. We mean we're going to Trump rally. You know what I'm saying? Or we're going to like march in the streets of DC.
That sounds fun.
You're
Okay,
going
so
to Cali.
this is my next question. I feel like perhaps the answer is going to be Rick, but who was your favorite collaboration?
So my favorite collaboration is Vanilla Ice. I have a lot of people I work with because he's taught me so much about the game, right? So Vanilla Ice, the whole thing with Suge Knight, dang him over buildings, and a lot of people don't realize like Ice Ice Baby is like I said earlier, the number one rap selling song ever. Outsold Jay-Z's, outsold Beyonce's. Vanilla Ice has outsold everybody you could think of, right? Ice Ice Baby, they say like a one-hit wonder. The song's so big they don't want to hear another song, right? And then me and him have other songs that are pretty good. But he taught me the game. So like when that whole thing happened with Suge Knight, a lot of people don't know. Suge Knight took that money from Vanilla Ice and started what you would know as Death Row. Got Tupac out of jail with that money. Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg. None of that would have happened if it wasn't for Vanilla Ice. And Vanilla Ice has also showed me like, he's went rich, went broke, you know what I mean? Been through it all. Now he's got like, he's the only person I know that has 2 mansions on the same street with helicopters in his backyard. You know what I mean? Like he's that.
Who needs 2 mansions? One for hoes.
Nah, he ain't rocking like that. He's a good dude. Takes care of his family. That's not him. But old Blow would have been like, yo, so check it out. This is what we're doing. But so I would say Ice because I learned a lot from him. And then, MAGA, it's the same stuff. I mean, me and Bryson probably got a couple 100 songs together, albums. He's a good friend of mine. We make a lot of good. Gun Tone Patriots, a huge song.
Oh my God, I love that song.
Yeah, we've made so many like songs. So I'd say more songs like that we've made together. Like I hear like No Vaccine, like 70-year-old ladies singing my rap song. You know what I'm saying? And
wow, that's cool.
Put it up. So it hits different, like when people actually enjoy the music. Vanilla Ice and me have a song called Ride the Horse. And then we did All the Way in There, me, him, and Kodak Black when Kodak got pardoned from Trump. So that was pretty cool. Kodak's the Trumpers. So, but I would say Ice.
Okay. What is like your process like when you want to put out a very topical song that's like based on like news that's just come out, or you're like, is there a feeling like of competition, like, oh, I got to get a song out on this topic before somebody else does?
So with that, it's like sometimes I feel like they know that. Well, I record like in a studio. A lot of my other friends record in their house. So I know Bryson, he records himself. So he just goes to his bedroom, or Tyson, or Stoney, or somebody else. So Stoney goes to my studio, but so I have my studio. But my process is like with all my music, I don't write any music. So any song you ever heard me have, I don't write anything. So anybody that goes to the studio with me just sits down and I just do everything like how I did this interview right now.
You just improvise it. That's crazy. That's really impressive.
My recording process is 1,000% just how I feel about right now. So I kind of watch the topic. I watch a lot of CNN, watch a lot of Fox News, but I have to watch CNN because I got to hear what they're saying. Let's talk about what they're saying. The difference between it is MAGA music doesn't have much of a lifespan. So No Vaccine, Gun Toting Patriot, 4 more years. Me and Colt Ford did. That was a big one. Country singer. Me and Colt Ford did 4 more years. That was a big song. The lifespan's a little different because we're talking about like monkeypox, talking about Hunter Biden's laptops. So it's not something you get right in the car and you're like, yo, put on monkeypox by Forgiato Blow. But I'm also rapping you the news and giving you what people's going on. So I'm almost like a news broadcaster.
That's what I was going to say. It is more like news and articles. Yeah.
And then the other music I used to make, I have some people be like, I mean, someone told me today, my favorite song by you is like Show Off. And that's a strip club song that all the strippers used to play. And it's just like super raunchy, right? And it was a big time song in the strip clubs here. That's when I was in the strip club 7 nights a week. You know what I'm saying? Just eating steaks and lobster.
Strip club 7 nights a week?
Yeah, sometimes in my life I was that guy. Yeah, strip club 7
nights a
week. Huh?
Why were you in a strip club 7 nights a week?
It's a lifestyle here in Florida.
Did you have a crush on any strippers? I used to think like my first time at a strip club, I'm like, oh, she really likes me. And then I realized, no, that's just how strippers are.
I've always been lucky having the girls, so I've never been tripping on that my whole life. I've had my good luck with some women. But, you know, you've got nice clothes, money, nice teeth, pretty blue eyes, nice cars outside. You in the strip club, you the man. You know what I'm saying?
Nice face tats. Yeah.
But at that time when I went to the strip club so much, the strip clubs here is a little different. Like in the South, it's like a way of life for one. And two, I was making degenerate music. What's a better place to go drop your new song and see how the reaction is? You know, so a lot of girls used to dance to my music and I would kind of like get how the songs were. I mean, this is like talking 8-9 years ago. And the strip clubs here have like the best food. So my lifestyle was I'm not going home at that time 8 years ago to a wife, you know, steaks. Yeah, they are. So like I used to go to like, you know, Scores, Penthouse, these places they got, you go in the strip club where we live here and it's a glass room in the strip club. And it's like steaks, baked potatoes, lobsters, mushrooms, you know what I'm saying? It's like fine dining in a strip club. And then, so the dancers aren't in there dancing with you. So you're in a room and there's glass and then all of the outside of the glass is just dancers.
Oh, fun.
And stuff.
Like a reverse buffet. What's the best strip club in Florida?
Depends. So in Miami, I like Tootsie's. In Miami, I like Tootsie's. But I mean, this is like 8-9 years ago. I go to strip clubs. Now they're like, I think I went to a strip club after a Bucks game like last year. There are people outside.
Feel right anymore.
There are people like taking pictures of me outside, like, Forgiato Blow. Is that a strip club? I'm like, bro, I could go to a strip club, eat steak. Ain't that big of a deal. So,
like, you know, I'm here for the articles. I'm here for the steak. You know. Yeah, it's almost like you're too famous.
I would say I like Tootsie's, but it's just different. I don't know where the people live, like in the South. You know what I'm saying? The strip clubs are more of like, you know, hanging out in the food court with your homeboys.
There's a really fantastic strip club in Utica right off the highway. I don't know the name, but it was the best $40 I ever spent.
Well, sometimes you got to go test your jokes wherever they want to hear them.
No, I mean, I was a patron. I wasn't doing comedy there, but there is a strip club in Jersey.
No, but you
that I did a show at. I wasn't telling jokes to the strippers. I mean, that's a great idea, though.
Man, I tell them, and then it got so bad when I was really supporting Trump that I started going to the strip clubs and they'd be like, he's racist. I used to be in the strip club with a red hat. It was to the point where I'd be in the strip club and they would bump MAGA music because I'd be in there. They were playing like MAGA stuff, like my Let's Go Brandon song when I was in
That's fun.
So it was kind of funny. I'm there eating my steak and it's like I look and they're bumping like all the TVs have me and all these patriots waving Trump flags and all this stuff. Make strip clubs great again, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds like it. That sounds like a dream come true. Okay. Who would be the collab of your dreams? Is there anybody left that you really would love to work with?
It's just different because have you met a lot of like comedians you looked up to and people like that before?
A couple. Yeah. I mean, I'm really a big fan of like 3 or 4 and I've met a couple of them, but at the same time, like I wouldn't get like starstruck. I'd want to like pick their brain.
So the worst thing ever is meeting people you look up to or you idol or you respect, and they're not who you thought they were, right? And I did that with tons of people. That's why when I first met Donald Trump, I was like, man, this better go smooth, right? Because I put a lot on the line for you. You know what I'm saying? I probably spent like $250,000 on Trump in 2020, just myself.
Oh my God. Yeah, you'd have to redo your truck.
Yeah, my truck's right now getting all redone. So I have that Trump truck you probably see right back here on the wall, right by Richie Rich. And
it's little you.
yeah, that is little, little me.
That's you as a child. Yeah. That's
So
what your son would look like.
my Trump truck, actually, real quick, is getting wrapped all gold right now. And it's going to be pretty much like all the same stuff on it, but it's the golden year, golden ticket, 2024, the gold time. But who I'd like to do a song with Kid Rock, me and him were about to do something. I reached out to their team when I did the Let's Go Brandon. Sometimes it's kind of like, imagine right now if you were doing comedy for Trump, right? And you were working hard. Say everything you did was around Trump and it was positive. Then all of a sudden, a comedian comes out of retirement, does something funny about Trump, and he's on stage at the Trump rally. So when Kid Rock does that type of stuff, like you ain't out here really doing this Trump stuff, bro. We made Let's Go Brandon, like all these type of songs, and you make one of those, which is cool. But I feel like if that happens, you ought to politic with the people in that lane and like support us, bring us up with you. Right. So I had reached out to them. So like, hey, I had this, the FBI, when they raided Mar-a-Lago, I did another version about getting them on the remix. And they said, send a song. We were going to do it. And they were just talking crazy. So it's just kind of hard. It's like, I don't really know who I want because it's like, you don't know what they're going to be. And like, I've kind of alienated myself from all these people supporting Trump the way I did. But real quick, back to what I said. So when I met Trump, I was hoping like he was the real deal. And Trump gave me more respect than anybody I ever met in my life the first time I talked to Trump.
Wow.
Like Secret Service was bugging on me in front of Trump. And Trump was like, this man right here does a lot for me. I mean, in that city, when you're on the interstate, I have billboards up. Like if you look at my Twitter, that's a real billboard up in my city on the background that says, United we stand, with Biden we fall.
I'm going to pull it up. Wow. Okay. Where is this billboard? This is in Florida?
This is on 275 in between Tampa and St. Pete.
Oh, wow.
You know?
And this is still up or this was up?
That was during that. I had probably 5 billboards up during the elections.
Wow.
Like I had one that said, are you DTF? Are you DTF?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. So what does that mean?
Well, it usually means down to fuck, but I'm sure you mean it like down to Forgiato or down to blow.
So I had it up the whole thing real big and it said, are you DTF? And then it had Trump's face and it said Donald Trump forever.
Yay.
And like I was trolling people so bad with the marketing because like people were like, how could this sign be up? And then it had Trump's face. It was like, it had his face and it said Donald Trump forever. But I had pictures. I had billboards up of Joe Biden sniffing me. Like my whole face had Joe Biden sniffing me. So I hung a lot of billboards. So I was saying, next question would be good. But yeah, Trump, when I met Trump, he had like super respectful, super cool. Secret Service was like really bad. I wanted some stuff autographed at that time, and he autographed everything. Secret Service is like, we told you we can't autograph that because you can't even hand him a pen because I could put something on the pen, poison.
Oh, man.
They're really big on that. So Stoney Dubrow is one of my friends, and it was his birthday. And when I was in the room talking to Trump, I said, look, my buddy's outside. I want you to sign some stuff. And Trump's like, is he out there? Bring him in. I said, it's his birthday. And they wouldn't let me bring anybody in here with me. And he came in the room. His name's Stoney Dubrow. He had a shirt that had Trump's face and it said, GOAT, greatest of all time. Trump said, I love that shirt. Where'd you get that? He said, that's Blow's merchandise, right? So Trump gave me his address to his manager. I sent him all my merchandise. Trump wrote me a letter. It's right over there right now. Wrote me a letter telling me thank you for all the stuff I sent him. Hand signed it, everything from Trump. So it goes a long way that someone of his stature had so much going on, even cared to talk to me. Because a lot of times, like, you'll do something for somebody and they expect you to do it. So people would think that Trump expects us to support him. Why not support him? He loves his country. Why not support him? He's saving us. Why not support him? He's America first. So we owe the world to do what we do. And he knows I don't owe the world to do what I do for him.
Wow. And you know what? Like, you're such a great example. Like, you didn't sit back and like wish you met him one day. You came to him. Like, you put in the work, the time, the money,
Man,
you
like
know,
with
the
somebody like
ideas.
Vanilla Ice, how I met Vanilla Ice, I waited in airports for him.
What?
He
What, with a
flew out.
sign that said Vanilla Ice, like pretending to be
Nah,
car
but
service or
one of
something?
my friends who passed away like last year, he did it like a TMZ type job where like, you know, you go to all these comedy shows and stuff. There'll be people outside with pictures and they're like, hey, can you sign 10 of these blanks for me? And then they sell them to fans and people for money. So my friend used to always be outside of all these things for Vanilla Ice. So he was doing Dancing with Stars. And I remade Ice Ice Baby with me and Rick Ross. Ice wasn't on it at first. So I was trying to get Vanilla Ice to finish the deal. I get him on the song. And my buddy kept saying, yo, this kid Forgiato Blow, he wants to talk to you. So Ice was like, yeah, tell him to holler at me. So obviously hollering at him wasn't getting nowhere because I kept DMing him and all this stuff. So my buddy's like, yo,
I am hollering.
My buddy's like, drive 4 or 5 hours down to Miami, wait at the airport. He gets off the plane every Sunday. So I went down there, waited for him to walk out of the airplane, coming back from his shows. And he saw my boy, signed the autographs for him. And I told him, yo, he said, I got a lot of respect for you waiting for me doing this. He said, here's my tour dates, right? I ain't going to pay you. But if you could go to any of these concerts, you could go on the stage and perform with me. I never did this in my life.
Wow.
So I was in St. Augustine the next week and I went with him Canada. We went everywhere, but I had to pay out of my pocket, right? So lucky I had the money to do this stuff to get the look. Then he was like, we're going to do some different songs, but not Ice Ice Baby, because that's like re-singing Hello with Adele. It's like, it's a huge song. But then when he saw I had Rick Ross on the song, he was like, oh, we're going to do it. So that was super cool. And Rick Ross, I used to post on Instagram and tell people to tag Rich Forever, at Rich Forever, at Rich Forever. So you don't think these people see it, but if I had 500 people tag your name every day, you're going to see it sooner or later. So I constantly did that. Then Rick Ross started opening businesses, Wingstops and Checkers. So when he started opening up his Wingstops, he would be like, yo, I got a new Wingstop open. Tomorrow we're doing a grand opening. Everybody pop up, say, what's up? Well, most people want to go see Rick Ross at the club or get in for free. People don't support your business. So I started going to all his business openings.
That's
to the
smart.
point where he was like, yo, you see me once, you ain't never going to forget me. Like if you see me in person one time and I talk to you, so I'm going to make that impression. I can't say like I didn't commit the crime when I did because I committed the crime. Pronouns, face tattoos. So Ross just started liking me from there. And he was like, you a real hustler, bro. I respect your business. And I started working with Ross.
Good for you. You're a hustler. You're a hustler.
Hustler. I'm a hustler, Mo.
Wow. This was so great. The time has flown by, Forgiato. You're a delight, a true patriot. Thank you for doing everything you do. Follow Forgiato on Twitter at Forgiato Blow 47. Check out his website, Forgiato Blow USA. And is that where people can get your merch?
Yeah, so that's everything. All my CDs, all my music are on there. It's also still like you can type in Forgiato Blow on a lot of streaming platforms, but it helps me the best when people just buy the albums. Like I said, download TPN. If you scroll down, there'll be some stuff there. Just scroll down. I got my 47 hats, MAGA Republican hats, me and Bryce's Jan Sixer album, T-shirts, CDs. TPN, True Patriot Network, is an app that I'm really behind and pushing just because, you know, I know they're never going to ban anybody. And I might have got like 1,000 people to switch over the last few weeks, but that's where I'm at. I'm not using Facebook anymore, not using Instagram. It's just, they don't want me there. I don't want to be there. You shouldn't want to be there if they don't want you either.
And that app, let's see, that app is called True TruePatriotNetwork.com. Okay, and what is it similar to, like a Twitter or an Instagram?
It's like Instagram, True Social. Well, True Social is cool, right? But True Social started banning my posts.
What? You're like, do you know who I am?
Nah, but they started banning my posts, and I thought it was crazy.
That is
hopefully
crazy.
Elon, doesn't really do nothing crazy. Like I said, I think if you don't gay bash, I think if I started doing crazy amounts of that on Twitter, they'd probably get me up out of there.
Probably.
I don't think you do that on Twitter. So.
Yeah, you gotta be clever with it.
So when are you getting your first face tattoo after this interview?
I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna start looking at designs. I mean,
you have any tattoos?
No, none. I just never had $100.
Virgin.
I wanted
Tattoo
some.
virgin.
I wanted some when I was younger, but I just honestly just didn't have the money. And I was like, all right, I'll move on. Oh, maybe but it's nice. A lot of tattoos shows you're not afraid of commitment.
Let's
Girls
go
like
get
that.
a Trump 2024 tattoo, me and you.
Cool. Maybe I'll get a January 6th eagle on my back with a flag or something.
Hey, listen, that's like this new documentary I told you one time. It's called This Place Rules. It's on HBO Max right now. It just came out. I don't know if you've seen it. It's got a whole
No, I haven't yet. I've heard of it though.
On there, you heard it. And Andrew Callahan did it. He's kind of big. He's did a couple documentaries on me. But people are like, "Oh, they're liberal." Well, it's a staple in the history. So at least I know that I was part of that staple. You know,
that's
people
awesome.
say, "Oh, Trump lost." Well, I was part of that loss. You know what I mean? I know it really happened, but I'd rather be a part of it than sitting in my house talking about it.
Yeah. You're what they call a ride or die. Forgiato Blow, thank you for coming on. Thank you to the chat for your comments and questions. You guys were great. What a good chat. Everybody go support and follow Forgiato. And we'll see you next time.